Good evening, friends. Let's all welcome Dr. Jayesh for a wonderful session on the 7th day of the Wake Up Call today. Thank you so much, Dr. Jayesh, for being here with us today.
Thank you, Harika. You've always been wonderful. So, friends, as being with Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, and in their presence, under their guidance or their divine blessings, we are always encouraged. We are always kind of facilitated to feel joy, to feel abundance, to feel plenty, to feel expanded. And for a human being like me, I'll give my example first. It is extremely difficult to remain in that kind of a abundance, joyous, ecstasy, expanded, plenty, everything is there, nothing is missing. I'm so full, I'm so full. This kind of experience, if it happens also, it happens for shorter periods of time. Not unlike when we see our masters who are always in this wonderful and joyous and plentiful, resourceful, creative, you can create what you want in your life, that there's so much available, and why are we so contracted? So, your friends, there are a few insights that come straight from my clinic or straight from my clinical experience with so many patients. And one of the aspects that I want to run through today is I want you to bring to your memory, recall. If you have paper, pen, write it down. I want some short sharings. Very short, we have small time and we want to do the most we can do in this 1.5 hours. So the first thing is, think when you wanted something, even something like a small toffee or a chocolate or something you wanted, you craved for something, you had longing for something, and you had to stop yourself because you hear no. Recognize this sound that comes from within you or came as a child from your guardians, from your parents, from your teachers, from your brothers, from your sisters, from whoever. No, you cannot do this. No, we do not have enough of resources to do this. You wanted to buy something that was very attractive for you. You had to stop. You thought this dress is so wonderful. It will look so nice on me. I'm going to look handsome. I'm going to look pretty with this. No, you cannot afford this. You cannot buy this. Recognize this. No. That comes into your system. How often it comes? You want to go and have a holiday. You think, no, I don't have the resources. You want to attend a seminar. You want to go to India, attend the seminar. You want to go to Mumbai, Goa. You want to go to Hyderabad. Anywhere you want to attend a seminar. You see the fees. You say, no, I cannot. Think of all this time that you are a good boy, you are a good girl. What is the tax you are paying to carry this label of a good boy, of a good girl, and what it means to be a good boy or a good girl? I'm talking from my heart. This is what I am going through each day in my life. I'm sharing what all of us are experiencing or have experienced. So you can be a good boy or a good girl if you have extraordinary talent. You need an extraordinary talent. And what is that extraordinary talent, friends, that you need? You need an extraordinary talent to feel guilty. That has been ingrained in our mind. These limiting beliefs, limit, that you are a limited being. That deep unconscious limiting beliefs do not allow you to feel rich and to spend. I feel whatever richness or abundance I have today, if there is a little bit of abundance still remaining in me, it is because on that day I chose to be rich. I chose to feel rich. Whether it be going buy a business class ticket to USA to attend 2 days workshop of Richard Bartlett. I know that day I felt, do I have money to just go there to attend this 2 days workshop? But I know those 2 days of workshop, if I have any richness today, that is coming from there. So friends, what is it that is happening to us as human beings? This good boy, good girl, and this extraordinary talent to feel guilty, extraordinary talent to feel guilty. And these tendencies, like you wanted to say something, but you could not say, because how will this person feel? How will that person feel? You want to do something, but you feel, how will this person feel? How will that person feel? No. What if he gets upset? What if she gets upset? What if they get upset? What if the world gets upset? You are in a natural mode of inhibitions. And from where do these inhibitions come? You wanted to go for a school picnic. No. You wanted to say something and you stopped yourself. No. You wanted to do something and you did not do. What the other person will feel bad. What the other person will feel upset. No. So huge fear of consequences, a mountain of consequences. What if a human mind or the human system, it is your and me both, we belong to the same system. We belong to the same big human mind. we have a human system, which I call as an equipment. This equipment receives signal and has a peculiar way of processing and then gives actions. So recognize your tendency to stop, inhibit. That has been ingrained in our system from times beyond your life, from times beyond our parents' lives, from times beyond our grandparents' lives. A big tendency not to indulge in what you perceive, a perceived extravagance. Abundance that Dr. Newton calls abundance, I will perceive it as, oh, extravagance. I cannot be extravagance. I will have to pay for the consequences of this extravagance. So to feel joy, to feel abundance, to feel huge, to feel expanded is extravagance. This is not allowed. I don't give myself the permission to feel rich and extravagant. Because there are these natural tendencies. I want to cry a lot today. I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to just let the tears flow, that the scarcity of the monsoons will go away with my tears. But you are not allowed to cry. You can cry only this much. I want to laugh and laugh and laugh. You are not allowed to. You can only laugh this much. I want to feel jealous and jealous and jealous. I know you are not allowed to. You are allowed only this much. I am scared. You can have plentiful. You can have abundance of fear. Because I know how much panic and fear my system undergoes. And how much panic and fear all these years I have been able to understand as a medical practitioner or a therapist, only because I know the kind of fear that my system experiences. So what is this? I want to enjoy sex. I want to have fun. I want to feel that orgasmic. But no, only this much. I want to go day and night. I want to have fun. No, only for 1 hour is your fun time. From 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, you are boxed inside. And then you say, I want abundance. Let me say gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Oh, gratitude for everything. Namaskar, so much money I have. Next morning, when you go and live your life on the stage of your life, you are back to square one. It works for 1 hour. After that, you are back to square one. It works for 1 day, for 2 days. When I'm with my master, I'm joyous. But then when I come back to my real life, again, the same frequency of no, 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 no. Shut up. No, this you cannot do, that you cannot do. You cannot enjoy this, you cannot enjoy it. No, no, boxed inside. Again, this is the story of a human being. This is my story. Can I have a holiday for 10 days? No, all these thousands of people are dependent on me. If I am not there, what will happen? As if I am God, that a doctor can't take a holiday. The death rate falls down in Mumbai when I'm out of Mumbai. Less people die. So friends, what is this? We need to understand a simple thing, that the planet Earth, where I'm sitting now on this planet Earth, this surface is the third dimension. And everything that is underneath, inside, in the planet Earth, inside the Earth, that dimension is plentiful. It has all the richness. There is no scarcity inside. People thought petrol will get over one day. Petrol did not get over it. How many days have gone? The planet Earth, the second dimension inside, is full of resources. But when we are living on this third dimension here, our equipment, that the human brain and the human system, we need to understand that we are creatures of this planet Earth, and there are certain mechanisms within our system. And these mechanisms within our system are largely one direction in that third dimension. One of the direction is to look within. And when I say look within, then it is that neuro-hormonal axis. That the human brain and the human system, the nervous system and the endocrine system are very closely connected. Endocrine means all the chemicals that are produced. They carry messages to various parts of your body, to your mind. The nerves also carry the messages. The brain processes these messages. The brain and the chemicals work together. And what is the basic nature of the human system? That is what we are trying to beat today. What is this human system? Entire human system, as I understand medicine and therapy and spirituality come together, I understand that the human system is a system which is based on checks and balances. What does it mean by checks and balances? Means you cannot have anything excess. The moment something is excess, your doctor will say, no, this has gone up. You need to put it down. Get it down. Swallow some pills. Bring your cholesterol down. Your body is also like this. When your adrenal glands feel adventure, then there is another part inside, in the pituitary, which will say, no, this much is not allowed. If your body senses that you are having more thyroid, then it will reduce the thyroid stimulating hormone, the TSH. And it will tell thyroid, shut up, become less. When the thyroid is less, then it will produce more TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, because the body will say, come on, we need a little more thyroid. But it has to remain within that parameter. Human system does not like fluctuations. Excesses are not allowed. So what happens is that the system, over a period of time, from our childhood, from so many catastrophes that human mind has undergone. I understand clearly that this mind is not my mind, but this mind is a big human mind, very big human mind. I am a subset or the same big human mind. And this human mind is full of catastrophobia. It does not allow fluctuations. It does not allow abundance because there is a neuro-hormonal shutdown. Over a long period of time, when the adrenal glands felt, or your gonadal testosterones or estrogens, or your that adventure part, your action part, your creative part, your master part, who can manage things, who can create things, who can have joy, who is ready for excesses. And the moment that excess is felt, your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, your hypothalamus, your thalamus, your this thing here is said, shut up, slow down, slow down, slow down. And it brings your activity down, 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 down. Over a period of time, this system becomes a pseudo homeostasis system. Homeostasis means maintaining stability. There is so much stability that you start perceiving everything as unstable. And then this inner pituitary gland, inner pineal gland, inner mechanisms are all constantly for ages beyond your this lifetime is in a perpetual inhibition shutdown mode. If there are some homeopaths who will know that I use these in very small doses in homeopathy to help people come out of these pseudo inhibitions. Look at your tendencies. When you said no, human brain, this equipment here has become like a valve, a inhibitory valve, a inhibition generating equipment that this brain does not allow any what it perceives as excess. Even if I have 50,000 in my pocket, I'm going to feel poor. Even if I have 5 crores in my pocket, I'm going to feel poor. The day I will have 50 crores in my pocket, I'm going to feel poor. Never will come that day when your heart will be like this. So I am a rich man. That was the day when I was a child and I had 500 rupees in my pocket. I felt like a king. Today I have 5 crores in my pocket. I feel poor. So where the problem is? The problem in the third dimension where we are living is that this human brain is, or the human mind also, is something that is highly programmed by generations after generations. That you have to let go, you have to suppress, you have to inhibit, you have to feel guilty, you have to stop yourself from exhibiting your fullest, highest potential creativity. your innate feeling of joy is inhibited by this frequent shut-ups and no. Every time a no comes, you are slapping your pituitary and you are slapping your pineal gland, you are slapping your hypothalamus. Chup, chup, chup. इतनी बार चुप 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 करके वो एकदम it has become so dysfunctional. It's lost its life. It's lost its spontaneity. It's lost its a real alive mechanism. It has become, as you call in medical language, dysfunctional. It has become one-sided. You are not allowed to live your adrenaline. You're not allowed to live your estrogen. You're not allowed to live your testosterone. You're not allowed to live your so many other dopamine, so many other chemical substances. That they have to give you medicines which are serotonin uptake inhibitors. That is what they give in depression, so that your serotonin doesn't leave your brain and it remains inside. That will bring you some joy. But how many days you can have that andar se koi bahar na ja sake? You have to take those tablets, whatever names they give, Fluticon. I know, personally, I know what and how they work, because they work. When you take that pill, it stops your brain from losing that serotonin. It keeps it inside so that you feel joyous. But how long can you keep taking? It may help for a while. Yes, it is a very useful substance. But over a period of time, that will also become ineffective. So friends, look at sometimes in your life when you told yourself, no, no, no. How many of you recognize this? Yes, say one sentence. Yes, Suchichi Goyal. Please, two lines. We have less time. So please unmute yourself. Say something. Do you relate to what I'm saying? Suchichi Goyal, please. Yes.
So, like I totally relate. I'm feeling so much anger and helpless when I listen to you, because nowadays I've been saying every time no.
No.
You said about a dress.
Yeah.
About a dress.
Yes.
No, this is expensive.
Yes.
I want to go to a resort, but no, because that is 10,000 per day. I can't afford. I can't afford. No. Yeah, I want to attend this workshop maybe next year. I have attended so many. Now I have to take some breaks.
See, you have attended so many. I've attended so many. Means there is fear of extravagance. One more is extravagance.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Let's see who else wants to share. Thank you, Chachichi. Thank you. Wonderful sharing. You are just like me. Believe me. Anybody else would like to share? Just. Yeah, Muntaji Shetty, please.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Same like Shuchi, I want to attend workshops or do some sessions and all. Where's the money?
Where is the money?
Yeah. Where's the money? Oh.
Yes.
The husband will not allow. Children.
Yes. So
and yeah,
all these inhibitions are, this perception is created from childhood, and then we create this reality in our lives.
Right. Yeah.
So we like to feel that it is because of my husband, because of this, because of that, I'm like this. But actually it's the opposite. Because we are like this, we are creating these personalities around us, these situations around us. Wonderful. Thank you, Shetty. Thank you so much. A few more. Yes, Vivek ji. Vivek Nivetya, please, 2-3 lines only. Make it as short as you can. Yes, Vivek ji, I am with you. Bataiye. Unmute. Yes, Vivek ji.
Namaskar, Dr. Sahab.
Namaskar, Vivek ji.
Pranam ji. This is very much true, which you are explaining to us, that because it relates to a course which I wanted to attend in March, and the cash flow was not allowing, but I had a strong will that I would want to attend it.
Yes.
And somehow things worked out, and since I made my mind more positive that no, I want to attend it, so I was able to do it. So this example of me saying no,
Yes.
if we say yes, I want to do it, I will do it, things work better. That's what I feel.
Wonderful. Yes. Welcome to the March workshop, Nivetya ji. Yes, I know you have registered for the dimensions, directions. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Anybody else would like to share? Yes, Data ji, Nilima.
Yeah. See, what the fear is that what will society say? You
Correct.
are becoming a rebel.
Rebel. Yes. Not allowed. Not allowed. What the society will say. Well, all this is there in us, you know. This has made us into this so-called good boys and so-called good girls, and full of guilt and fear. Guilt and fear runs our lives.
You are so daring.
You're so daring. Yes. You're so daring. You're a doctor and you are going 10 days to do nothing. When your patients are dying in Mumbai. This is how you have to be a good boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
People
good.
say you should have gone in the military. You are such a person.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. You can see that this ability to laugh at this is the fundamental thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dataji. Yes, Usha ji, please.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes.
So
Usha.
while asking for the payment to raise in payment or for new job, while asking for 20 or 30% hike, I always say myself, do I deserve it?
Do I deserve?
Or
No, you
really,
don't.
really that company is going to give me this much payment?
Yes.
So that always a thought in my back of the mind. Am I asking too much?
Am I asking too much? Correct. Because as from our childhood, we were told that don't ask more than what I have.
Exactly.
Remain within your limit. Oh,
Yeah.
allowed nahi hai. Oh, allowed nahi hai. You get this, and then this reality comes up, because our neuro-hormonal pathways are all in a mode shut down. It's taking a feedback and saying no.
Yeah.
So our pituitary gland, our pineal gland, our hypothalamus, all these central controlling systems are inhibitory. The nature of the human system is inhibitory. It works through inhibitions. And it has gone into this delusion, by inhibiting, I will survive better.
Yes.
Okay. So actually it's the opposite. By inhibiting, we are going into a perpetual survival mode, and it makes survival all that more difficult. I'm talking from my personal experience, friend, even today, my dear. And experiences of all these patients who have shared their lives with me. Each time somebody walks in, I can see myself in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. One more. Yes. Miniji, can you unmute?
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. So it relates very well. It relates. I have this tendency of not asking. I feel very guilty when I have to ask something.
Correct.
Be it money, be it promotion, be it a small increment or anything, even to buy a dress or anything. I can, if I have money, I can go and buy myself. But to ask somebody to buy this for me, it is not possible. And I can very well relate Like as children, we were, if somebody was asking, they were considered not good. So to become good in somebody's, in others' books or in others' eyes, it was considered as you should not ask. You will get it automatically. And now you're waiting and waiting and waiting. Nobody comes in and gives you automatically. Everything goes away from you.
That is why Dr. Newton says, ask from the universe. That is your bigger father, your divine mother. You create your divine mother and father and ask. You have a birthright to abundance. That's what my master, Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi say.
Yeah.
Abundance is our birthright.
Thank you.
Okay. We are going to do a process of activating our pituitary hypothalamus axis, our neurohormonal pathways today. Yes, Meghna ji, we take one more sharing before we go into the process, maybe.
It's slightly different, but I just feel sometimes we hear so much of the no that we accept the no as a yes. You become comfortable, you slip in that zone of comfort.
Yes.
Of thinking that this no is actually right.
Yeah, because it brings stability. It keeps you within that frequency range. That no brings a delusional feeling of safety in your cocoon, in your nest, in your closed space of comfort, in your beliefs of limitations, in your denial of your creative expansion. So what is needed is actually, there are many aspects. We can't do everything today, but I'll just sum it up for you. One of the aspects that I'm doing is in the dimension of geometry. When you will go into that dimension, then if there is one circle inside a bigger circle, you can draw it yourself, make a small circle, 6 centimeters, and make another 10 centimeter circle. Keep both these circles confluence and look at both these circles, close your eyes and watch this small circle become big and the big become small. You go to the periphery, come back again, go to the periphery, come back again. This geometry allows you to expand. And then those two circles can become huge manifestation in your meditation. This you can do yourself. Today is not the subject, but I'm telling you, this is what I'm understanding when I'm doing the dimensions and directions. When we will create that parent from this divine higher dimensions, how can we download a newer geometry, which comes from the field of our heart and enters inside, bypassing that huge inhibitory mind full of catastrophobias. Human consciousness is a catastrophobic consciousness. Because from its origin till now, how many catastrophes have happened? And each day we want to validate those catastrophes. And feel those fearful, guilty feelings so that you can tell your pituitary, shut up. These are in medical terms called negative feedback response. If there is something excess, then the body sends a negative feedback response for something else over here to shut up. It is beyond your volition. It's beyond your voluntary kabu control. It's beyond that. It is so deep in our unconscious, unawakened, shut it up human beings. So friends, today we will do one process, one meditative process. There are many we can do, but today we will do one, which is come to me very naturally, where we are going to meditate on our neurohormonal axis. And this neurohormonal axis is essentially in the center here. All of you do, once you do this is what Eric Berglund used to make us do, right? Run through the center into your heart. Just coming from up, you go into your, in front of your third eye, in tip of your nose to the center of your sternum into your heart. Just doing this many times is so good to know that this is our central axis. That our two brains, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, right hemisphere, these two hemispheres of the brain, the left and the right, they are like this. You know, you must have seen the pictures of the brain two hemispheres. Yes or no? So I'm just going to share with you one short picture. Okay, let's see if all of you can see my slide. Can you just give me a feedback if you are seeing this slide? Yes, thank you. So you can see here that when this brain is sliced from the middle, right, from the center, then you can see here these two things, pineal gland and the pituitary gland. Can you see this too? And this area is also around here is called the third ventricle. This red part which is seen here in the moving circle as in Wikipedia. It's called the third ventricle. You can see where it is when it comes in between your two eyes. Can you see that? That part is called the third ventricle. Now, what is this third ventricle? Third ventricle is a very vital part of a human brain. It's a small little cave. And in this cave is most vital fluid. We talk of blood, we talk of lymphatic vessels, but there is our cerebrospinal fluid. It's a very important part of a brain which holds and circulates the cerebrospinal fluid. You can call this as a golden cave. Golden cave inside that holds the magic, because it has information inside. That fluid has information inside. Like we did water meditations in our journey within, where we saw how the master Emoto told us that water carries memories. Some of you who did the journey within have done these water meditations. So that third ventricle, the cave, one of the masters called it a cave of Brahma. And around it are this pituitary and the pineal gland, which are very significant. Now, I will need, Dr. Raju, do you have a pencil or something? I have forgotten my pencil, but still I will try to somehow demonstrate. Do you have anything particular? Give me a moment. So friends, what is very significant is this third eye, okay? Our meditation is today is going to be around our third eye, but in a little different way. No problem, doctor. We'll manage without it also, no problem. So you can imagine that this third eye is also in the front like this, okay? Can you see me? Are you able to see like this? The third eye is also in the front like this. Yes? And the third eye is also in the back like this. The energy. Could you see it? Yes? Yes, Dr. Rajul, am I seeing? So the third eye as if runs from here, right from your back, like this, behind also, okay? Can you visualize this? That the energy is not just here, but also here. It's a whole axis. You touch this back center point on your occiput bone. Just touch it and touch the front part. Okay? Can you touch this both these parts? And actually, it's even beyond that. It's extending actually far beyond that, but we will restrict it in this moment to these 2 points. Now imagine that this line is passing through and through, coming from here and coming out from the back side, as if a straight, small little pencil is passing right from here, coming out from the back. Yes? Now the center point of that is where your cave of possibility lies. That is where the center of our neurohormonal axis lies. That is where our dysfunctional pituitary gland, our dysfunctional pineal gland, and our programmed cerebrospinal fluid is. And if you put your finger right on the top here, like this, put your finger right on the top where you feel your anterior fontanelle. And if you feel a straight line going through the center, right into your Muladhara and down into the core of the earth. Can you feel that line? Now, where this cross, this line and this line, exactly there in the center of your third eye, lies your physiological, vital neurohormonal centers that are treated by the psychiatrist, manipulated by the psychiatrist to make you feel good. When the depressions and inhibitions go beyond our bearing capacity, we have to seek some aid to remain on this planet. Which is fine, which is okay. I have deep respect for all systems of medicine. But today what we want to do is we will focus on this area in the center, and we will do a little modified ERP process first. And in this ERP, emotional release process, we will all rub our karate chop area, which is what Dr. Rajul does many times on me. And it is my most trusted methodology to feel well. So you will repeat what I say. As you keep rubbing your karate chop area, you say, today I recognize very deeply my tendencies to inhibit. Say this. Today, I recognize deeply my tendencies to feel guilt and fear. Today, I recognize how guilt and fear sponsors my actions. Today, I recognize that my vital pituitary pineal hypothalamus pituitary axis is constantly taking inhibitory signals. Today, I recognize that my vital pituitary hypothalamus axis. Today, I recognize that my vital pineal gland. Today, I recognize that my cerebrospinal fluid in my third ventricle is programmed to feel guilt, fear, catastrophobia. And it receives signals to inhibit and protect me from imaginary catastrophes. It is programmed to make me constantly feel guilty, fear, out of this feeling of some perceived catastrophe. This catastrophe can be in my health, something going out of control. These catastrophes can be in my family life, something breaking, going out of control. This catastrophe can be in my financial life, losing wealth, fear of creating wealth. What can happen if I create a lot of wealth? There can be unconscious fear. Fear, socially, of not being accepted. All these various inhibitory, deeply inhibitory negative feedback loops I recognize from my childhood. All these inhibitory negative feedback loops that keep me in the so-called status quo. The so-called stability is actually restricting me. I recognize my fear of rocking the boat. What if someone gets upset? And all this makes me into a person whose actions are sponsored by guilt and fright. This guilt and fright takes away my spontaneity and my intimacy. It takes away my choices to love. It takes away my choices to allow the other person to be the way he is or the way she is. I judge myself heavily and I judge the others heavily. I choose to remain within that narrow range of experience in life. I choose to remain in such narrow space where I cannot tolerate any excesses. Every innocent adventure is seen as extravagance. And the fear creates this negative feedback loop, a neurohormonal negative feedback loop. My nerves and the chemicals of my brain and the chemicals of my body send these signals for inhibition. This is not in my voluntary control, but today I recognize that my pituitary hypothalamus axis has become dysfunctional. It is unidirectional inhibitory. More often than being creative, it chooses to inhibit. I also recognize my own creativity, but it is kind of overshadowed by this negative feedback loop of my neurohormonal circuit. It makes me choose those belief systems that keep me limited. Living on this third dimension, I am carrying this neurohormonal system within my body that runs the show. I choose to completely heal and accept this part of me. Today, I choose to love and to integrate this part of me. As I deeply recognize and appreciate its being as a protective mechanism which has become dysfunctional, one-sided, static and not dynamic. I choose to heal and accept this part of me. Put both your palms crossed like this on your chest. Take 7 deep breaths. Take 7 deep breaths as you deeply take every breath into the center of your third eye energy. Let all your attention go into that part of your brain between the 2 hemispheres. Your energy of your third eye. You can sit gently, comfortably, and let every gentle breath touch that golden cave of possibilities called the third ventricle and your pituitary and your pineal glands, your hypothalamus and your thalamus. Allow the divine geometry. Allow the divine heart. Allow the divine sound. Allow the divine light. To touch this vital center between the two hemispheres of your brain. Trust the visions that you will see today. Every breath is taking you right there. Feel whatever vibrations. Feel that area flooded with golden light, with the healing light of your choice, colors of your choice, vibrations of your choice, trusting the downloads from the higher dimensions. Trusting the creative multiple mandalas that can create possibilities for you. Possibilities of dynamism versus pseudo-static mechanism. Restore your choice to react and to act from the field of your love, from the field of your heart. Allowing the energy of love as your sponsoring mechanism. Just breathe very gently. With your eyes closed, every breath going into the center in the energy of your third eye. As every chakra attached to that axis gets activated. You can just sit very relaxed position the way you want to. Every breath is touching your cave of possibilities, the third ventricle. Your golden cave of the Brahma within. your golden cave of the Vishnu within, your golden cave of the Maheshwari within. Your golden cave of your divine, the divine center of your neuro-hormonal mechanism. You will not hear my voice for another 7 minutes. Be with your experience. I deeply recognize all these patterns of strife and inhibitions in my parents, grandparents, my ancestors. I deeply recognize these inhibitory negative loop patterns of my neurohormones in my parents, in my grandparents, in my great-grandparents. Today I choose to rejuvenate my inner neurohormonal patterns, and I choose love, joy, and creativity as my belief system, as my operating system. Let the light and the sounds and the mandalas and the spirit of the heart, all these dimensions, guide your inner hypothalamus pituitary into a alive, love-filled, creative possibilities. Feel within yourself that therav, that calmness, that stillness, that love from which you can create harmony, peace, love, joy, gratitude, and unconditional acceptance of what is. Feel that as a vibrational energy in the axis of your third eye. Put your palms on your chest, take a few deep breaths, left palm on your heart, the right palm on top of it. Take a few deep breaths, and whenever ready, you can open your eyes. Take your own time. Whenever ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. We take a very few sharings. Be as short as you can. Yes, Gayatri ji, this pain is a part of the process. After this is over, you may need to sit down again, and any residue is remaining, you can do this process again and say, even though I am feeling horrible in my upper and middle back pain. I can see it that there is a need for me to experience this. I choose to heal and accept this part of me. Again, I say this, I recognize this. I see there is a need to feel this. I choose to heal and accept this part of me, and then take 7 breaths. Whatever residual is remaining, you can do this on your own later before you go to sleep. Any more? Yes? Would you want to say something, Nilimatji?
Yeah, it was very wonderful. Like initially I had yawning, then from my right eye, a tear rolled down.
Okay.
And I had pain in my leg and I could feel it that it's going away. So, and I felt palpitation at the back over here, like some membrane is, like it was a very different type of palpitation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wonderful.
somehow I felt very, very nice. I felt very wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. You're sharing. Thank you. Yes, Sachip Goyalji, please say something. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask then how we can reinforce this, like with regular meditation practice. Or...
You do this, after this, you can do your regular meditation.
Okay. Okay. So giving suggestions and accepting
just said, not suggestion, just say that I'm experiencing this, I'm experiencing these inhibitions or whatever, I'm experiencing this pain, I'm experiencing the need to experience this, and I choose to heal and accept this completely. And then take 7 breaths.
Okay.
Okay, and then meditate. Then you can go into your meditation.
So minimum any number of days I should do this, or
whenever
meditation?
I do anytime, even if I don't find parking, I do this. Even on flight, if somebody is snoring next to me, I do this. There's no problem.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Muntaji Shetty, please.
Yeah, I was feeling the need to forgive myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling some guilt and fear and all that, and feeling the need to forgive myself. Yeah.
How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling light. There were no deep sensations, but a slight feeling of wanting to forgive myself came.
Wonderful.
The need to forgive myself.
Wonderful. 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 Even that human beings are very deeply traumatized by guilt and shame. Even if little forgiveness comes for yourself, it is a huge healing for this planet Earth.
Thank you.
Yes, Pankaj ji. Pankaj Bhai Parikh, please.
First of all, I felt that a snake is biting me in between my 2 eyes. It is hitting me again and again. And secondly, a lot of pain I felt on that point. Thirdly, I felt that something is moving on the upper part of my head. And fourthly, I could see certain deities. But it was a wonderful experience.
Great. It's that Kundalini energy, the snake. It's a wonderful symbolism. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Malaji.
As soon as the meditation started and I closed my eyes after the breaths, I saw a beautiful golden, small, tiny marble-like gland inside.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the third ventricular valve or cave very nicely. Then pituitary also, that was silvery. Then I felt a huge gush of white light pouring into me. And for some time, there was a mixture of various colors, white, green, white, sometimes a small stint of black. All these colors were vanishing. That light just passed into me, into my whole body. I felt so stabilized and wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Patel. Yeah, we will take Shweta ji also. Please. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I can't understand anything. Just I feel center of my head something circulating. In whole meditation, but I felt this.
That's great. That's what we have to just accept what our system wants to do and need not compare it with anybody else. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Ji. Shweta ji wanted to share. Sometimes I'm not able to locate here. You can unmute yourself, Shweta ji, if you want to speak.
Yes, good evening, Dr. Jayashankar.
Good evening, Shweta ji, please.
So this is the first session of mine I have attended, and I'll be very honest. When we started, I could feel that golden light in my vision. I could feel that it's a lady holding a golden, and it's going 365 degree, and it's giving a lot of light everywhere. Then after some time, I felt a little heavy on my chest. I did feel a little pain on my back. I became restless also. But then I held up myself and I said, no, I will pass through this and I will go through it. And I had little tears in my eye. I could feel that, yes, there are ancestors, grandparents, and everything is too much involved in my case, I felt. And I think I want to release everything and I want to accept everything, that it's me, accept it. This is what I felt about the session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This acceptance is a big gift and a doorway to many, many new things that can come in life. It's only if our vessel gets empty, you can fill in more. Otherwise, there is nothing more that can be filled inside.
Right.
This acceptance is a way to empty the vessel so that the newness can pour in.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta ji. Thank you. And I can just share with you that, many times in my life and what feedbacks I get from people is the kind of calmness that I emit many, many times in my practice, in my day-to-day life and with so many patients. But believe me that there is always a storm inside. It is not that you are free from that storm, because the human consciousness is a catastrophic consciousness. But somehow you can hold yourself a little better with the process of acceptance and so much love and divine guidance from our dear Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, that sometimes just thinking about them also kind of puts this, what I was saying, brings some sense to you, because world needs many, many masters. World needs that master in you who can make a difference to so many people around you. This is the message that always Dr. Newton gives us. This is the message that always Dr. Lakshmi gives us. In their presence, you feel the master within you awaken. And that is the master that we pass on to the others, that when you recognize that, yes, I can see the master in you, and I salute this master in you. And the world needs the best of all of us. The world needs the creativity of all of us. The world needs the love of all of us. If we have to collectively change the vibrational frequency of what's happening on this planet Earth, and parallel movement of love, light, and healing, and the movement that masters like Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi have been in the center of, and how my life has been always, I have been said for many years since I met him first time, maybe in 2007, 2008, that it is my life is like before Dr. Newton and after Dr. Newton. For a very simple reason that I see a kind of simplicity in the processes, and whether it be past life regression sessions allows you to feel that your soul is beyond this immediate time dimension, whether it be ancestral healing and family constellation, that it's beyond your immediate time dimension, whether it be the abstract meditations, whether it going into the silence. All the different methodologies have integrated in me. And I deeply salute both my masters, because they come from not from a sense of being a pandit who teaches, जिसको हम हिंदी में पंडिताई बोलते हैं. I can recite many shlokas, I know the shastras, and I can boast that I am a very Sanskrit master, even if Dr. Newton is one. But he comes from the field of heart. He comes from where we come, and he speaks our language, and he comes from the school of therapy, that in modern days, in earlier days, what was needed was a kind of a religion which would teach you what is right and wrong. But in today's world, you need right kind of therapeutic meditations that can help our consciousness to rise. And that is where my very deep resonance comes with Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, because that's where an average man can relate to. And then the real Pandit within, those slokas, they start manifesting and they start expressing in the form of action and love that we can manifest more often than otherwise. So all the what the Shastras write is a knowledge, but it is not the knowledge that will give the world what it needs today. Is a frequency, a vibration of love and healing, as you call it, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, love for all, freedom for all. So this is what I get from Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, and every single course they do, every single lecture they give, every single master they choose in their workshops to speak on, they each one of them are gem of awakened souls. And I salute all of them. And this is a festival of love and healing, that a new beginning, that after the Mauna and Tapa of Paryushana, the Ganesha brings the symbol of new light and a new way of thinking, a new beginning. So I end this with a very deep Michami Dukadam to all of you, and a lot of love. And for a newer beginning, wherever we begin, it is a process. It is a never-ending process. We all are work in progress. And my deep, deep gratitude and thank for Dr. Lakshmi, Dr. Newton, and all other teachers of this wonderful satsang that has been created. My salute to all of you. Each one of you have been a part of my healing and will remain a part of my healing, because I am also a work in progress. Thank you so much. Please accept my gratitude.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jayesh. It's always beautiful to receive your wisdom. And I'm sure everyone is as touched and deeply moved as I feel, or even more maybe. Thank you so much. With this, friends, let us carry this wisdom and apply it, and we will meet tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone.